Alright, this is a prototype game that's a work in progress, so I would really love some feedback on how this is going. Game that's a work in progress. Take the underground. So I'm gonna defend the zone against Next Corp. Just loading up here. Let me just adjust this window here. It says chat on the screen. Alright. So this is the prototype level so far. So it's basically like XCOM as far as movement goes. WSAD grid shows how far you can move. The gear by the ability bar is how much AP the character has. Let's go for it. And let's see, adrenaline boost. Give an extra AP for 2 turns. And we hit a bug already. Ability projectile attachment is null. Okay. So we got a null attachment. A bug from a recent refactor. Let's see here. That's the error right there. And the ability is speed. All right. And that was no. I might have accidentally deleted this guy, so let's bring it back. I never actually checked it in. All right. So basically every ability needs a projectile in the current system, even if you don't see it. It's kind of simulated. Alright, so I just copied the heal. I guess we'll just keep it the same. Projectile attachment. There we go. Alright. Let's try that out. Let's see. So I use the adrenaline boost. Let's make sure it works. Perfect. All right. Let's go here. I'm going to do a spread attack. The shotgun shot. Let's see if we can get these 3. It's going to be a low hit chance though. 29, 20, 29. Alright. That's good. Alright. And let's go up. Alright. Let's do a stun attack. 70. 74, 70. Let's go for this guy. Oh, missed. The animations might be a little too fast. Kind of tweaked them a little while ago. Let's see. So it's a shield, shoots 3 AP. Ooh. There's that bug again. Let's all fix that. 2. Okay. Let's see. Use that, and shield, and so we're assigning the shield projectile. There we go. Alright, see, make sure that none of these other abilities are missing. Name's not implemented yet. Electrocute has. Heal. Shield, speed, cool. Let's find export this time. Alright, so this is a new UI that's a work in progress right now. It's not fully functional yet, but it's kind of prototypey right now. These are the default available characters, and then that's your main character, and you can add 3 more. And then in the future, you should be able to gain some more, up to 2 more slots. But let's just go to the mission. That's not done yet. Alright. Oh, sweet. Alright, I have 3 AP, so let's test that shield out. Nice. Right. 60%, 39%. Let's go here. That's full cover. I recently added that adjusting to the right direction when you aim at someone. Right. 55, 52. Let's see if we can get over here. He has a stun. 52, 74. Nice. Okay. Excuse me. So she's down for 1 turn. Let's see if we can get the shotgun lady out of here. 56%. Let's see, next turn. Alright, so the next 2 turns are mine. So let's just see if we can kill her. 1 shot in. Oh, the adrenaline boost. Hey man, what's going on? This is basically a prototype right now, so if you have any feedback and any advice. Oh yeah, awesome. Yeah, Shadowrun really inspired me to want to make this game, as well as a few other games like that. But yeah, it's really early on, so if you see something you don't like or something that's missing, let me know. Let's see. I'll go and cover. Ouch. Alright, let's see. Alright, she's gone. Nice. Yeah, so this little gear near the ability bar down here, that tells you how many action points you have. So basically, anytime you want to move, that's 1 action point. And each ability has action points that it spends, depending on what it is. So the default attack's 1 action point, and then some attacks are 2 action points. Most of them are 1. But this guy back here, he's a sniper, and his attacks cost 2 because he's like godly if they don't. And then depending on like what stats you have, you can have more action points. The default's 2 right now. Alright, so unlike XCOM, you can move however many times you want with the action points you get. It's more like a standard RPG kind of. I'm not in a great position right here. 20%. Let's see if hold is working. Yes. So right now the way hold works is you can hold for 1 turn if you have a a good guy that's going to go next turn, and then it'll come back. Alright, let me see if I can... I'm going to be out of cover, kind of, but let's see if I can shock this guy. 35%. I'll give it a try. Thank you. Oh, I missed. You can see. Oh yeah, so in Divinity, you see like all your action points kind of right above your ability bar, and depending on how far you move, it will take up a certain number of points, and they show you that. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I should do something kind of like that. So like, if you're gonna move, maybe it should flash like how many points you'll have left. So then you'll know that those are your points as well. I didn't think of that. I'm gonna write that down. Let's see. Thank you. Alright, I just need to get in a good position here, so the AI is not very smart right now. Let's see. We'll just go up here. Most of the stuff I did myself. I did the characters and weapons myself. The 2D art, these portraits, a friend of mine did those for me, and another friend did the environment stuff for me, or the buildings at least. I modeled like all the stuff you see on the ground, all the cover and all that stuff. That's actually what takes the longest. That's taken longer to do the art than to do the coding, definitely. Let's see. We already have adrenaline boost, so I have 3 points to spend. Let's go. Yeah, I mean the idea is trying to go for is that it's like a checkpoint, that they have this this area kind of on lockdown. So this is the neutral zone, which is supposed to be like a free area. But these underground rebels have kind of taken the area, and so the corporation is trying to drive them out. One more point. 9%, that's horrible. Let's go in the corner. Alright. Let's see if I can heal 45%. Okay. I don't have line of sight. Alright, just end the turn. Oh no, this looks like a bug. It's just kind of freezing. Oh well. Actually just freeze. That's the most embarrassing thing that can happen. Alright. Let's kill it. We'll try that again. So freeze is the worst because it doesn't even You don't even get an error or anything. Bring up my task manager. Get rid of this guy. Thanks. I'm glad you like the post process. I spent quite a bit of time trying to tweak that. I can't toggle the grid right now, but I'll definitely make that an option. I had a lot of feedback on my first round of testing. People were like, I want to see where I can move and all that kind of stuff. I wanted to do something a little different than what most games do, but I'm not sure if it's really working or not. I don't know, do you think it looks good or do you think it doesn't? I was also thinking of an idea where you can like set your own UI color values. So like you can make the grid whatever color you want and anything in the UI. That shouldn't be too hard to do. Let's see. Get the main menu back. Let me just take a peek at the code for that end turn, make sure there isn't anything obvious going on there. Let's see. Just get a game while that's loading. But yeah, if you're interested, you can sign up for the newsletter, and when I actually have stuff to send out, you can get an email. Ooh. Okay. So you want like different styles of grid. That's a cool idea. Write that down too. I can definitely do that, my friend. This is the worst part about development, is just waiting for stuff to open and stuff like that. Oh no. It says having problems connecting to my perf server. Why is that? Okay. Let's try that again. That was actually my fault because I didn't see a button I was supposed to click in the other window. All right. Okay, so turn code 2. Turn and turn. Looks one. I don't see any loops or anything you can get stuck in. I'm kind of looking for a place where I might be able to see why it crashed, but I don't see anything obvious, so I'll just have to see if it happens again. Alright. Let's see. Well, that was Next Corp last time, so that'll be the underground this time. What do you need help with, Mr. Patacchio? I don't think I have renders of the characters right now, but I could probably do some. You need to create a chest using 5 coins. Let's see. Well, I'm sorry, I don't have any chests in this game right now. But maybe we could find a tutorial for that. I'm looking that up for you. Let's see if I can find you something. So this is kind of a UI in progress right now. I'm just kind of thinking that you'll first start with the main character, but you'll also like be able to customize it and stuff like that. And then you have like a team select. So it's kind of like XCOM where you start with 4 slots, where you can like pick teammates to add for your team, depending on who they are, and then you can install augments in your characters and set their equipment for stats and stuff. So the augments are what would give you the abilities that you can use in the game, besides your weapons. But this isn't done yet, so it's not actually working right now. And then there will be like a map of the different areas of the city, and if you're fighting to gain control of all the territory, kind of like Risk, and all the missions that are available will come up here. I'm trying to think of like new mission types, so if anyone knows, has any ideas for that, that'd be good. Yeah, yes and no. So do I have base classes and roles? So a lot of the games I like the most were more open, kind of where you can customize your characters, kind of like Elder Scrolls games and stuff like that. So I wanted to be able to like customize the way you want, but you can like pre-pick from custom base class templates and stuff like that. And then I want to do stuff where, you know, depending on which weapon you wield and what kind of armor you get and what kind of augments you install, that those things would work together. So it would make sense to combine the ones that work together. Yeah, so I say like one thing I'm thinking of is if you want to be someone with a shotgun, then you choose if you want like heavy armor or light armor for your move speed. And then that in combination with like certain abilities would go really well with the shotgun, like maybe like speed boots or something, or you can like dash and shotgun somebody or something like that. Why is this taking so long to load? I'm having some issues with my web browser. Oh, there we go. Might have too many things open. Maybe I have memory problems. Oh, thanks. I mean, I don't know yet. I mean, I haven't fully coded the stuff in, so I haven't had a chance to try it yet. It's just all the games I've played so far and stuff like that. It's just trying to think of what I like and what I don't like. I like being able to choose something to get going right away, but then once I've like played the game for a while, I want to be able to have more choices. All right, let's see. So she has a shotgun. I'd really like to do like a freeze ability where you can shatter people. That would be really cool. And I want to do something where if you get close to someone on your other side of cover, I want to be able to do like a melee attack to kind of like butt them. Let's see. Well, I have adrenaline boost, so I always want to do that to get more AP. So that grants 1 AP and then an additional 1 AP for 2 turns. And then this is a spread shotgun AoE, so let's see, 29, 29, 20, 29. Alright, that's pretty good. Let's go here. Let's get this guy. Hit, yes. Alright. Put the shield on. Oh no, the shield didn't work. What happened? Object I want is no. That's a Unity error. Ability projectile attachment, no. No! Why did that happen? Because it didn't save. Okay. And that broke the game. So since I crashed last game, it didn't save some settings I did. Let's fix that. Shield. So this was, I accidentally deleted a file I needed hooked up to make these abilities work, and so I had to recreate them. And, alright, that one has it. This one has it. Heal has it. Okay, should be good. Alright. Okay. Let's try to play again. Vertical elevation. Yeah, that's actually something we're going to be working on pretty soon. So, well, for the main reason is once the camera goes in a building, it looks really bad. So we're going to be working on, or I'm going to be working on the interiors for these buildings with a friend of mine. And then you'll be able to go in there and I don't know how to get the gameplay. Like, I don't know if I can do it on the same level, but like maybe I can think of a way to be able to get up here. But if you can go up the buildings, you should be able to get to these catwalks. And then maybe have some more interesting gameplay up here. Maybe even do a rooftop type of level or something like that. That might be kind of cool. Maybe like a sniper on the rooftop level or something. I don't think it would really affect the programming because so, I mean, let's take a look at it and see. So the way I did this is everything on the game board it's basically a grid of these path nodes that are all connected to each other. So in order to make more levels, or like go up levels on the building and stuff like that, all I would need to do is make more of these nodes and just hook them in to this network, and everything should just work. The only complicated part is drawing. I kind of have scripts that automatically generate these things because it would be really tedious to do that by hand. So I'd have to adjust those to work for that. I mean, this system is basically how most of the game works. It's just these little round node things, like, and they have like data on them for what's traversable, where you can't walk, what is cover, all that stuff. All right, adrenaline boost. All three. Okay, let's try that shield again. Yes, okay. Electrocute. 46, 49, no, that's not good. Let's just go here. Full Spectrum Warrior. I don't think I played that. Full Spectrum Warrior. (2008). Is this the right game? Try to fast forward a little. Like, it's hard to watch it because of my streaming.
Alpha, head over there. Enemy spotted. RPG fire, down!
Shit! That guy has an RPG!
Heads down! Damn it, we have
I love
RPG!
the voiceover.
Point fire to my Alpha. If we lay some fire down on that enemy, we should be able to get by.
Got you, sir.
Bravo! Hey! Fire team Alpha. Head over there!
That's what I need. I need some funny voiceover.
Need point fire. Alpha, listen! Listen up, Alpha. Move out! Hey!
It's kind of cool. I have to try this game. This looks pretty cool, actually.
Take cover! RPG! Reload! Fire team Alpha, listen! Alpha, listen! Get going, move! Got one over here.
Affirmative. I don't want to stand out here and get
Listen
shot.
up, Alpha. Move, my direction!
I think we need to get moving.
Oh, I see. I see how this works. Okay.
Fire team Alpha, head over there!
Let's get to cover.
I don't know if you've played Satellite Rain, but that game has kind of like moving and shooting automatically, kind of like that. Maybe you might like that. I want to think of maybe like if there's an ability to run and shoot at the same time. That might be cool. I also want to put like dual wielding in the game, so maybe the dual wielders can like jump out and shoot. So you can aim at one spot and move in another spot. Okay, so then if like So you can shoot while you're moving if you're aiming that way. Maybe like an Overwatch move mode or something where like you can have a radius if someone is in your line of sight while you're moving, you just automatically fire. That would be really different. Let's see. I'm just gonna play around now. Let's see. This is gonna be funny. Hello. Goodbye. Oh, lost my shotgun. Alright. So this character he's like the most powerful guy right now. But it's 2 AP per shot, so. Let's see. Today's 52, 50, 52, 53. The game or the movie? I haven't played the game or seen the movie, actually. So, I don't know for both. Yeah, there's a free-to-play Ghost in the Shell online multiplayer shooter. But I like shooters. I like CS:GO, and I used to play Call of Duty. But for Ghost in the Shell, I just feel like that's not supposed to be a shooter. That's just my opinion, anyway. I really want to see the movie, but I know it didn't get good reviews, but it definitely looks really cool. I mean, all the scenes I saw like look like reenactments of the original. Oh man, all my guys are dead? No. Am I even gonna survive? Which Shadowrun are you playing? Hong Kong? And I lost. Oh, cool. Yeah, I played all of them. Those are really good games. Let's see. Thankfully, I had no bugs that playthrough. That's good. So the big question is if you're going to do an outdoor or an indoor environment. Because, like, I'm going with an outdoor environment for this demo right now. There's a lot of work because there's like hanging cables and like how to deal with the skybox, the buildings, and everyone's like, hey, can you go up the buildings? And there's just like so many things you have to account for inside the buildings. Like where the boundaries of the level are, how much you can see, all sorts of stuff. If I did an indoor level, it would have been a lot easier. I should fix this display right here. Yeah. Indoor scenes are the way to go. You can make it look really, really good and not have to worry about too much stuff. You just need good lighting, you know. I'm bringing up, just trying to see if I can find some images. Let's see here. Future Tactics, that was the original name of the game. Until I found out there was already a game named that. Let's see, concept. So this is the concept for the Next Corp HQ interior. So like doing a level like this would be way easier because you can just basically make it out of blocks for most of the stuff. Simple shapes, not a lot of polys to worry about. You can just kind of use a lot of simple materials, just as long as you have like good looking materials. I don't know if you use Substance, but I like Substance a lot, where you can just get one really high quality material and just use it across like a lot of stuff. And it's not that much work. Oh yeah. And we have like, this is another one on the list, but this is going to be really hard because there's like a ton of stuff in here. Like just the room would be pretty easy, but then all these cars and the robot arms and the turrets. And yeah, lots of props. It's a lot of work. Oh yeah, I use Substance Painter for a lot of my stuff actually. Well, all the character stuff. Let me see if I have some renders. Not sure if I do. I have a few renders. Let's see. Yeah, this was all done in Painter, or a lot of it was, well, pretty much all of it. So in Painter, I actually just painted in all the normal map items, so there was no high poly normal at all. It's just a straight up game ready model. Yeah, it's all baked down. So I just made sure that every piece that's a different color, that's a different material, had its own UV island, and then in Substance Painter I could just bucket materials into those islands, and that was it. Thanks. So like all these little lines in there, I just painted those in, just little divots, and like the way that these hand pieces kind of look like they're sticking out, that's just done in the different heights in Painter, as well as these hand grooves. Those are just painted in. Yeah, so that sniper that was hanging out in the back is actually holding this gun. And then lady with the shotgun. This is that shotgun. I know you can't really see it that well in the game because everyone is far away with the camera, but a lot of this stuff was painted in Painter as well. Yeah, so my general rule right now is like no ZBrush. Everything's just poly modeled, and then a simple normal map for details for stuff like this, and that's it. And, let's see, SMG. If I can get some funding, I'd like to spend more time on these weapons so that they can animate. Like this thing can animate in and out, and the clips can go in and out and stuff like that. Looks like I have one character rendered here. That was the sniper that was in the back. So I use cloth simulation for the clothes. Basically, all the clothing is cloth simulated and draped over the character, and then adjusted in 3ds Max. It's pretty fast, so like this took like 4 days to make. So we have pistol. That was my first one, not as good. And the rifle. So the models themselves are pretty simple. Let's see. That's character lineup outside of the dark scene. It's pretty much everything in here. And if you want to laugh, this was my first month of development. Looked like this. What's this? Did you do this? This looks cool. This kind of looks like something from Fallout. Okay. I say Fallout because of like the round shapes and stuff. Kind of has that like older vibe, retro vibe to it. Cool. I like the cover. That's like, that looks really cool. All right, where was I? Yeah, CUI. CUI. Yeah, I worked on medieval stuff like for 10 years, so it's really refreshing to change to something else. I mean, everyone loves like fantasy and medieval, but you can kind of get burnt out on that stuff. Let's see. Focus panel. There we go. Just make that bigger. 6, 30, 35. Not quite. 640. 6. That looks better. All right. And then these buttons here. Let's see. Gear. Select. Character display. Display on. One head click, display character false, display augment true, display augment false, display augment true, display panel true, false. That should work. It does work. Sweet. How do you feel about this UI? This is something it's a work in progress. And I wanted to try to fit like customizing gear and selecting your team members on the same screen, but I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. Because one thing I found was like to select your gear, I'd have to like reuse this panel right here. And then normally it would just display the character in 3D. Let's go back in. Yeah, man, least amount of clicks. That's what I want. Okay. Yeah, reusing panels, okay. So you're okay with that. That's what I'll do then, at least for now. Do you want to be like a feedback tester? I could get you a build if you want. That UI is for selecting your party. So here. This is all just really new and not ironed out yet, but it's just, this is kind of the what is the outcome of me kind of thinking out loud and just trying to code it as I think. So a new game, choose your faction. There should be like some descriptions explaining this stuff. And once you choose your faction, then it's character create. So you have like some templates you can customize and all that kind of stuff. So once you have your main character, then you're basically, that's a game. You're in the game, and then you have your missions and you have your team set up. So you'd have to do this first. You probably have like a default team set up by default, so you don't have to go in here if you don't want to right away. So this character that's automatically in here, that's your main character. That's the one that you would have created. And then you'd add more characters to your team. So add Decker and Claire. And then the idea is that I can't randomize teams right now, but that's something that I should do, though, actually. Let me write that down. So like if it's a new game, it should just automatically randomize the team for the first time experience, so you don't have to like customize everything. And then in the screen you should be able to like, you know, zoom in on your characters and adjust what equipment they have and what augments they have. And the last big feature that I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to do or not is I want to do like, I don't know if you played Mordheim, but you can lose limbs in that game. So I thought that was a really good idea. I'd like to be able to like, you know, if you lose a limb, you can like lose an arm. And then you would be forced to have to like install a robotic arm, right? A prosthetic arm, and an augment. Okay, so where I have the row up here. Oh, so you're saying like have random people available instead of like a default. The ones in your team just glowing. Like, are you saying not to have the active section at all? Let's see. Okay, yeah, like I have this minus to get rid of them. Maybe I'll just have a plus there as well. That's a good idea. Yeah, I need to like do something with visual so you know they're selected. So maybe I can darken it. Yeah, so my first idea right now is that this panel that says coming soon. Whenever you would click on anyone's portrait, it would show them in 3D right there, and everything that they're wearing and stuff. I really need to code that though. But before I do that, let me put that button in that you asked for. I think I can do that pretty quickly. Let's see. So add button, remove button. I just have to rename this thing. So I have the remove button, it's just a minus sign. So I'll just do add button. And that will just be plus sign. There we go. Let's see. Populate available characters. So this is a section of code that puts all those characters into that row. Right here. I'm just going to borrow some code I used down here. I need to hook some stuff up. So I have this team select script, so I need to assign these assets to it. So the add button, I can't read this. The add button goes to character add button, and then the add tile goes to tile. There we go. Add button. Function for this. Put this down here. All right, so I have a function for the remove. That would be pretty similar. Select a character. Character and repopulate. Okay, for my character slots, it's the slot. So character. Check if I already have that character, don't do anything. The slot is no. If it's an empty slot, then we'll put that character in that slot. Okay. All right, and then I think that should work. And just make sure there's one more thing I need to change because I changed the name of something. This one should be a tile prefab. There. Let's try that out. Okay. Hope this works. Let's see. Ursa team. Yay, plus buttons. Is that what you wanted? Yeah, Unity is completely free until you make your first $100,000, and then you have to pay a subscription. It's not expensive either. It's only like $30 a month or something. But you know, while you're developing your first game, you don't have to pay anything. Let's see if that works. No. Oh, I see. That's a bad bug. Let's see here. I think I know what I did wrong. Ah. Break. And then repopulate the characters. So I don't put it in all the slots. Try that again. Is that all? No, it doesn't work. Okay, let's see here. Oh. Try to fix a bug and I make another bug. There we go. I put the exit condition outside of the check to see if there was an empty slot, so it just ejected right away instead of doing what I was supposed to do. Yeah, I used to work with someone that got so angry when they had bugs that they'd like growl and then hit the desk with their hand, and it was really weird. They were like silent most of the time, and then they have a bug and they growl and hit the desk. And I sat across from that person for like a year, and that's what work was like. Yes, this works. But this was working before, but it doesn't work now. Okay, why can't I remove people anymore? Remove. Oh, because I never actually added them. I added them to the UI, but not my player info. So let's just say, so they are now the selected character. And oh, I already did that. Just do this all up here. Alright, now it should work. This is not the most fun part of development. UI is not that fun, sorry. I'll go back into the game right after this. Yeah, so your hardware is the combination of your augments and your equipment. So your equipment is like your helmet, your armor for your torso, and your pants and boots are for in the leg slot, and then your arm slots are for either your weapons, well, mainly your weapons. So there will be a way to dual wield for single hand weapons, or a lot of the weapons are two-hand weapons, so you can only equip one. And the augments, depending on which augment you install, comes with an ability. Your right arm augment is a passive ability, and then the other four are active abilities. Yes, yeah. I should write that down too. Well, actually, so the templates, like these characters that you have available, these NPCs, or they're not really NPCs, but they're like pre-made characters you can choose, and they'll already have all the stuff set up for them for their roles. So you can just add them to your team. And you can customize them too. Like as you play the game, you can loot more stuff, you earn more stuff, and then you can switch out augments and equipment to customize them more, make them better, and upgrade them and stuff like that. I already have Jane. Decker, clear. You say you wanted them like highlighted if they're on your team. Does it work if they're dark? Like if the color is just dark? No, that doesn't look right. Maybe if I add something like another spread over it. Whoops. I don't know what just happened there. Let's see. Let's see what I have. A star field. That would look that looks funny. Backdrop. Oh, sort of yellow color. Maybe like no, that won't work. That looks dumb. Yeah, you can. I want to be able to do a lot of stuff, but I mean, it all depends on if I get some funding or not. So I'm trying to make this as good as I can make it at a basic level, and then I want to do like a Kickstarter campaign, but I'm not ready for that yet, though. I really only started talking about this game like a few days ago, outside of my home, so I don't really. No one really knows about it yet. Just need like a border icon. Nothing that's gonna mess with the rest of the image. What is this? Why does it have the guy's head? That's not supposed to look like that. Metal plate. Does that work? It might work. I just have to make it not like dark and everything. Check. That kind of looks weird. I'm just being silly. A streak. I wonder if that might look cool. It just looks like it's a hole in his head or something. Guess that works. Or green, yellow. Yellow is probably better. Make them onesie that you have selected or yellow. And then I have to take the add button off it as well. I'll do that later. Excuse me. Alright, let's go back to the game. Ah, camera's moving. Okay. Ouch. Shield. Oh. Committed. Alright. What features would I like? Let me see. So I talked about the limb system. Well, definitely more levels. So my plan right now is to have at least 3 environments per faction. But with more funding, we can make more levels because I'll be able to hire people to help make levels. And the other big thing was, let me bring up some artwork. Factions. So the more funding I can get, the more factions I can make. Yeah. Let me find the artwork for that. So I have 2 factions right now. They're not even done yet. I just have 2 characters done on each one. I have 3 characters concepted on each one. So here's Next Corp. These are the one. This is the team I'm playing right now. So they're kind of like future Google, kind of, in a creepy way, or a creepier way. They just want everything to be high tech and clean, and they're not really big on the anti-tech culture, or they're just tech culture guys. And then there's the Underground, which is like your standard cyberpunk, kind of fighting for freedom fighter type of faction. So most people that like cyberpunk games will probably pick this faction. So they're trying to liberate the city and take down the corporations. And then I have a third one. Let's see if I have. have to open up Photoshop, I think. Actually, no, I have. Yeah. So this is Terra United, and they're kind of like they're an industrial military corporation. They're kind of like the military and some industrial companies kind of like merged together. And they're generally like fight for the peace, but they're also a corporation. So they're kind of good guys, but they're not like, you know, they don't believe in liberating the city. Thanks. Yeah, a friend of mine did these. He's really good. And then I have some environments. So like, this is a surgery room at the underground. So the underground, they kind of like steal stuff from the corporations and put all their stuff together. So this is where the augments get installed. This was the underground headquarters. So this is like an abandoned car manufacturing plant that they have set up as a headquarters. And then I already showed you the next corp headquarter. Go back into this. This was the Terra Corporation headquarters. So they're like really military type of guys. And then this one, that's the Next Corp City area. So the high-tech faction. And I think I have one more. So this is the concept for the level that I'm playing right now. So this is the neutral zone. It's kind of like Blade Runner-esque. So everyone that lives in this area of the city does not work for the corporations, but they're also not kind of like, it's kind of run down and it's not very clean. But lots of restaurant and entertainment type stuff. So yeah, once I get, you know, if I can get funding, I'll be able to make more factions, and if the game does well, just keep adding on factions too. Like, I want to do like a robot faction, yeah, like a super cyborg faction, stuff like that. I want to do a rogue cop faction, like Demolition Man or something. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, this was an original concept done. This was done like 5 or 6 years ago when I first started thinking about this idea. What's this? Cyborg. Is this Star Trek? Yes, it's Star Trek. Star Trek. The Borg faction. Yeah, so when I went indie, like, a lot of the money I saved up just went towards hiring concept artists to do these things, and then hopefully that money was well spent to be able to do a Kickstarter. And if not, then I have these really cool pictures I can make into posters or something and just have, because they're, I guess I own them. Let's see. What else would I do with funding? Well, I mentioned like being able to go into buildings, go up top. I mean, the big thing is just having more abilities and abilities that interact with each other. Like, what if you can have one character like freeze another character and then hold while the shotgun character does like a rocket boost and like shatters them. It does like a melee shotgun combo attack and stuff like that. It's like one person does an ability that, and then another person does an ability using this hold to be able to go back and forth and like interact with each other. Well, that didn't show my point at all. Alright, these two can work together. So, like, this person moved, then this other person could do like some fancy ability that like puts this person in a vulnerable state. And then goes back and does something that like causes an explosion or something like that. I'm gonna put grenades in and maybe some more weapon types. Melee. Melee is not implemented right now. Let me see if I can actually win this match. Ooh. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Okay. That's not good. No. I'm gonna lose. I totally lost. Alright, maybe I did. Thanks so much, man. Thanks for stopping by. Great stuff, great feedback. It's gonna help me a ton. Thanks so much. And the AI's broken. I win because the AI is dumb. Alright. I actually have to get going too. So, alright, this was a good day. I have to get to bed and keep streaming on maybe in a day or two.